Hey everybody, Garrett here again. Today I'm going to be talking about how most things never tend to get easier for me. I know a big thing in therapy, especially cognitive behavioral therapy, is the idea that you should face your fears or anxieties over and over again, and eventually you'll become pretty much desensitized to it. There's a little more to it, but that's the basic idea. And that might work for a lot of people, but it doesn't seem to work for me. A pretty poignant example would be these videos. Honestly, a big reason why I've done these videos is to try and fight my social anxiety a little bit. Because since I can't really talk to people face to face, or even online, I figured the next best thing to try would be pretty much talking to myself alone in my room and recording it and uploading it. And so far, it doesn't seem to be working. It might not seem like I have that much trouble in most of my videos. That's usually because I edit them. But this one right now that I'm currently recording is just as hard as the first one. And as a slight side note, that first video that I uploaded to this channel isn't even the first video I've ever done. I've done videos before, mostly about playing video games, so I'm not completely new to the idea of recording myself. Although I guess I am kind of new to recording this kind of subject matter. But anyway, the point is that I should be fairly comfortable at this point, but I'm not, and I don't really know what else to try. This video is actually being recorded a full month after my previous video, and 2 weeks after I tried to record this video the first time. The reason the first recording didn't work is basically I just couldn't speak. And honestly, it's so frustrating and demoralizing to have a good idea in your head. And I don't want to say what the idea for the video was, because I might end up doing it in the future. But it was an idea that I really wanted to put out there, and I just couldn't find the words to express myself. And even if I did think of the words, they simply would not come out of my mouth. I couldn't form the words outside of my brain, which is the same thing that happens to me when I try to talk to people in real life. Sometimes my mind is just kind of blank and I just sit in my own little corner and don't pay attention. But other times I do have things I'd like to say. I have things that I'd like to contribute to a conversation or to start some new conversation, but I just can't do it. I physically can't do it. In that video, I got so stressed out about it, I had a little bit of a meltdown and I got angry at myself, and I felt like such a pathetic loser who couldn't even speak words into a microphone. And I just stopped. I closed the program, I put my mic away, and then a little while after that happened, I had the idea to record this video right now about things never getting easier and like the frustration and anger that comes from that. And so I went back to my room, I opened my computer up, I opened the program, got my mic out, sat down, all ready to record, and it just happened again. I couldn't speak. And I don't know if it's technically mutism or just some severe anxiety or what it is. I've asked therapists and psychologists about it, or psychiatrists as well, but they never really give any kind of answer. So yeah, it's really hard to make these videos when you're like borderline disabled and like physically unable to do it. It sounds kind of funny and ridiculous when I say it like that, but I guess it's true to at least some degree. And not just that, it feels especially demoralizing when you try to put yourself out there and you try to do something. And even if it succeeds, like even if I get this video out, I'm not really going to feel good about myself. And I know the next video is going to be just as hard to do. Because I'll actually let you guys in on a little secret. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, Another big point of these videos is for people to be able to have something to relate to hear somebody speak, and maybe you have similar issues as me, and maybe you feel less alone, and I don't know what it's supposed to do other than that. But honestly, I'm really like one of those game designers who makes games but doesn't actually play games themselves or doesn't enjoy games. Because this kind of video actually does absolutely nothing for me personally. And by that, I mean both making them and watching them. Like, I've seen a couple other videos online. They can be very relatable, but I don't really get a sense of relief from watching them. I don't get a sense of, oh, well, now I'm not alone, because somebody else in the world is miserable, I guess. It doesn't really work for me like that. Which, now that I think about it, might be kind of ironic. Since if you're that kind of person, you probably wouldn't be watching this video, so I don't know how well you would relate to that. But yeah, I guess this might never get easier. I might struggle with this until the day I just decide to screw it and give up. Possibly private, delete all these videos. But I guess until that day comes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.